900 applications, 100 interviews, and only one offer. You could imagine the amount of rejection that I went through every single day almost. I would get a email saying, unfortunately, we moved on with a different candidate. But worst of them all is when you spend 3 to 5 rounds with a company or even more, only for them to pick a different candidate and for you to not be chosen. And so that was even worse, where you spend weeks and months. Like some of these interviews are months, like 2 to 3 month interviews. And I'm just like thinking, okay, once I spend this amount of time, if nothing happens, what do you do? Like, and it would happen so many times where I was just like rejection after rejection, rejection after rejection after like months of interviewing. And so I realized like I stopped, like at some point I had to stop internalizing the defeats and just think of like inputs and outputs. What were things that I could have controlled and what were things that outside of my control? I can control how prepared I am for the interview, how I show up to the interview, the answers I give. Even if I give the right answers, I cannot really control the outcome. Like you could have all the right answers, but not necessarily get picked. And it was just one of those situations where, you know, like even after those 2 3 months of interviewing, it's like they don't necessarily owe you a job or anything like that. That's just how life works. And so once I realized like all I can do is control my inputs, like I just started focusing on them. I stopped focusing on the rejection, the this, the that. Obviously they hurt, like they still hurt, but it hurt a bit less, if that makes any sense. So if you are going through a lot of rejection, the job search or anywhere else in life, just think of what can you control, and that's pretty much all you can do. There's not much that you could do by worrying about the output, the result, or whatever it is. What micro actions you could take today that might actually lead you to the next step or the next role or whatever it is that you could do. And if anything, it's just going to make you push you better to have better preparations and all that jazz. Cheers.